All right, shalom and good morning, boys. Here, well, out again early this morning, getting after it. And as you folks know, I've been dealing with a erosion problem, which has effectively been eliminated now as a direct result of them dumping a whole bunch of trees on the edge of the property, and so that when the water hits it, it doesn't hit the edge of the property. So we're building it back up, and a natural way to go about doing that to save the embankment, and it hasn't eroded a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you see that there's an issue, you get on it because some trees has fallen on my side of the property, and so what I've done is I've been able to effectively just had the tree servicing people just dump all of the wood, and as you see, I don't know if you can just see here. I'm gonna just try and do a. You see all that and all that in there, that's preventing the water from hitting up against the side of the property. But one of the things that I like about working with different tree servicing companies is this. You see this? These are cedar posts. And typically, there's not a lot of cedar trees around here, but when they do come, I tell you, it's a blessing. And you see all these posts right here? Look at all those posts. Because see, what happens is that I'm going to be able to continuously take those posts right here. I mean, it has to be at least 20, 25 posts, if not more, over there. And the beautiful thing about cedar posts is that you can make them into, fence posts. And if you see here, all of these are old cedar posts. They're old cedar posts, and they have to be at least, 30 years old. And even though they look nice and rickety, they're still nice and sturdy. But some of them are rotting. And so you see this one? You see this one right here? I mean, it's still standing up, but it's rotting. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and continue to replace those old cedar posts with new cedar posts that I have sourced from them dumping the wood on the land. This is a perfect example. This is a new cedar post that I put in from another time that they cut down the tree. You see? So new cedar posts right here. You get the gist of it. And what I did is I just put it right next to the old cedar post. You see, this is the old one, but this is the new one right here. You see? So I don't necessarily have to just take the old one out, just leave it there. But anything in terms of the posts, the old rotting posts, I'll just go ahead and replace. You see again, boom. I mean, nice thick ones as well. So this is another great way of sourcing free materials that I get to use to help keep up with the land, because this stuff is expensive if you was to go ahead and purchase it. But what I'm able to do now is just go ahead and wait until they, cut down a cedar tree and harvest all the posts. And they know, put all of that stuff to the side, dump all of the rest of the stuff. So you see how, building these kind of relationships, whether it mulch that I got earlier in the week, used for the garden, wood dumped for heating the homes, cedar posts, good for doing fixing the posts. You see this one? I mean, see how thick this one is? It replaced this one right here. So you see how thick this one is? I mean, hey, it works. It works. And so I don't have to spend the actual money necessary to fix these posts. So by the time I finish with it, because see, all of this was done by the previous owner, the previous homesteader. All of these posts were done by them. And so I get to go ahead and continue on in that tradition of a nice cedar post filled pasture. Not having to use any pressure treated wood or anything like that. But it just works. But you got to network, you got to coordinate. These are resources that are essentially free. All you got to do is, like I said, network and coordinate with others. You know, I didn't do a video on it, but this is another great find that I was able to get. You see all of these boxwood trees? I got them all for free. Another contractor was ripping up some boxwoods, and it's about 21, 22 of them, and they were ripping them up. And they thought of me, and it was like, hey, he may want to use these. And of course, you know, use them to beautify the land. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about when it comes to networking with tree servicing companies and other contractors and other people in the area. Another great find, you know, I mean, these big logs, I just have them drive over, roll them, drop them off, so I can have me a nice fire pit. With, again, the same kind of material, the large logs needed to get a good, nice fire going in the winter or summertime. But this is what we're doing. You got to be wise. You have to learn how to network, get outside your comfort zone, and create win-win situations. But all right, y'all stay blessed. Come on.